Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for tuning back in. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Leila, the Lenormand reader, and I use the amazing Lenormand deck. Have a look at the links that I have for you so you can download your free starter guide, discover this deck, and then eventually master it. So welcome to a new reading. We are doing our weekly as usual. We've got my own deck, the Silhouettes deck, and we are going to be doing a 3x2 today. So let's go ahead and start with you, Aries. Let's deal out your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Aries, here is your 3x2. It starts off a little bit tricky with the snake, but it looks really lovely here thanks to the sun and heart on the right-hand side of the 3x2. Now, just looking at these cards, it's pretty clear to me what's going on. There is a new beginning or a new person or a new situation within an environment that you want to be cautious of at the outset. But then it works out really nicely. So if you're cautious, if you're careful, and you're slow with the unfolding, it works out really nicely. Looking at the child and sun, this is a wonderful new beginning, and it definitely encourages you to embrace this new beginning. On the other hand, Aries, the snake and heart is tricky because it usually points to someone who is deceptive or who is not genuine. The heart is a card of feelings and emotions, and the snake is often a deceptive card. So beware of people who might not be genuinely invested. At the same time, Aries, because of the way this 3x2 is set up, the snake and heart could be advising you not to invest yourself too quickly. So like I said at the outset, you want to be careful and cautious with this new beginning, and then it will work out really nicely. The child with the bear and heart is another suggestion for this empowering new beginning. The bear makes everything big and important. So this start, this new step can be pretty significant for you. The heart with the house and bear and sun, it's a feelings card. So if it is suggesting a person, then this can point to a really important relationship and one that can be like really exciting. The snake with the heart and sun is also a lovely combination, mainly because of the sun. If it weren't for the sun, it could have been quite a challenging line and, in fact, quite a challenging reading. So the snake with the house, it often warns you against certain people or a certain environment. There can be things going on behind the scenes, or it could be a toxic environment. But because of the beautiful sun on the other side of the house, it works out really nicely, and it changes a little bit how we read the snake and the line. So instead of it suggesting like a toxic environment, which it can be, the more likely suggestion here in the overall reading is that you want to move into this space cautiously and be discreet and diplomatic when you move into it. The child and snake is very much about a new beginning, and it certainly cautions you about how you move forward. If it weren't because of these beautiful cards, Aries, I would have suggested that you think twice about moving into this new beginning. The bear and house can represent someone important, someone like a boss or parent or people of influence. And perhaps this new beginning involves such a person. Maybe that you have a new relationship with them, they're new to the environment, or it's a part of this significance or the importance of this new beginning. And the heart and sun is beautiful. This is an all-around happy combination. It's great for fulfillment, well-being, things falling into place, and even all-around success. So these are some really nice cards, Aries, that highlight a new beginning. The only caution is that you take it step by step and easy as you embrace this start. The child with the house and heart is a wonderful new space or new environment or new relationship within this environment. And the snake and bear, again, cautions you about being careful and diplomatic with this person or this situation. And as a result, you can enjoy a wonderful connection or situation overall. So these are some really nice cards, Aries, that bring wonderful success and happiness. It's just that moving into this new beginning requires caution and care, and also the need to be slower. So don't be quick to invest yourself. Don't be quick to be trusting. And also, I'm going to suggest don't step on other people's toes. Respect the chain of command, respect the people, and you'll find that you integrate really nicely and you can come out with a lot of success. Now, the cards can apply in different contexts, Aries. This could be a relationship, which works well, again, taking it slow. It could be a new involvement, again, being cautious and being careful as you step into it, and it works out really nicely. There can be a new person or a new situation within a space that you're part of, whether it's at work or elsewhere. And, just again, being careful, calculated, and diplomatic really pays off. So in any context, these are bright cards, but the message is the same. The advice is the same. Being cautious as you embrace this new beginning. Let me know what you make of this, Aries. I certainly look forward to your thoughts and feedback, what the situation was, what was the new aspect of it, and how you needed to be careful. I look forward to your thoughts and feedback. Very best of luck with the week. Thank you as always for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's do your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Taurus, here is your 3x2. It's looking really exciting. We have the beautiful sun at the end here on the right-hand side, and we have the scythe and ring and the scythe and garden and the scythe and tree. In fact, the scythe with most other cards, it does point to a sharp break and a change, but especially with these. But it seems to be for the better. The tree and sun is lovely. This is a combination for growth, healing, success, and it is also a confirmation that you are on the right track. The fish and ring is great for an agreement or a business contract or some kind of engagement or project. It can also point to a job, and the fish is very good with money. Because of the sun next to the fish, this is great for prosperity. So you can land a major opportunity or one that is significant to you and has a good financial element or a nice if not directly financial or strictly financial, it has good tangible outcomes for you. Now, the tree and scythe is very much about being uprooted. As you can sort of visualize here what's going on, the scythe digs out the roots. And with the fish, it can point to a significant change in your work, your business, or your projects, depending on what you do exactly, Taurus. So this could be a week with a radical change. The ring with the garden and sun is great for being connected, being involved, being part of a community, and doing really well in it. Now here we have the tree and ring, which points to the status quo or your situation that you are in. But the scythe and garden points to a sharp break. So again, the scythe and the different combinations that we'll see and that we're seeing points to a change in the status quo, a change in what you're doing. The fish and sun is great for prosperity and success, like I said. And so this can be a really a great opportunity for you to make changes that enable you to enhance your income, enhance your overall well-being. And so this could be the reason why you're making a change here. The tree with the garden and fish is great. Now, it can seem like they're contradictory, but you don't have to commit to contradictions in Lenormand because your imagination with the combinations and the whole scenario enables you to produce a cohesive story. So instead, what we're seeing here is that you need to prioritize your financial well-being and your financial goals and business goals. So you want to anchor yourself in a place that supports that. The contrast here is the ring and scythe, which is the combination of divorce. And with the sun, it is actually quite liberating. This could be a major breakthrough for you, Taurus, where you can liberate yourself from restrictions or situations that are limiting your growth and success and embrace change that will align you better with your prosperity, your goals, and your success, and even I would say your popularity on a slightly bigger scale. So these are some really nice cards, Taurus. They bring an exciting change, an exciting opportunity for you to improve everything, I would say, in your work, your business, and your sense of self and prosperity. So hopefully you get this opportunity this week, Taurus, and you're able to embrace this change and embrace something more aligned with your well-being overall. I certainly hope it's the case for you. Now, the fish is a card of money, business, work. It tends to be focused on this area. So it seems to be the focus for you this week. At the same time, we have the ring, which is very focused on relationships as well. So both themes can sort of figure. So in case of work, our interpretation has been mainly about work. In case of relationships, This is stronger combinations when it comes to relationships, because the ring and scythe is very much the combination of divorce. So you could be breaking off with someone in order to embrace more freedom and to prioritize your other goals. I'm not really seeing that there is a new relationship from these cards. Instead, I'm seeing that there's a change of focus for the time being. So that too can play out for you, Taurus. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you made of these cards. I look forward to your thoughts and feedback as always. Very best of luck. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Gemini, this is an exciting 3x2. It's really nice for your work, money, business, and those sorts of opportunities. It looks like you have a new beginning here, or something new works out, and you step into it, and it's lovely. So the scythe and fish can point to a couple of different possibilities, but in the context of this 3x2, it's more like a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough with your business, with your work, with maybe a financial opportunity. The child and stork is a wonderful new beginning. So this is an event that kicks something off. It is also the classical combination for pregnancy. I have to say this. So this can be, if this is something that you're focused on, then this could work out for you. Now, a weekly reading for something like that is a bit tight, but it can begin this week, or there can be some positive prospects. So a wonderful new beginning. The scythe with the key is another suggestion for a breakthrough, and the key and stork is definitely the green light to kick something off. So it's very clear, Gemini, that this is an active week where you are doing something and responding to something. Things are picking up and you have to move forward. The child with the garden is a new beginning in an environment. It's a new situation, a new community, or a new group of people. And with the fish, it usually represents something like a marketplace or a business environment, or a space where there's an opportunity for you to interact for these purposes. So it could be investments, it could be a marketplace, it could be expanding your reach within a market. And in this sense, it is quite prosperous and quite promising. So these are clearly encouraging cards, Gemini, that tell you to step into this new beginning, step into this space, and embrace the changes that are ahead, or the opportunities that they bring. The scythe and child is another combination, yet, the same energy with the scythe across different combinations. And this is like a sudden or a sharp beginning. Perhaps it's unexpected, Gemini. Maybe you weren't thinking that this was going to come at this time, or it was going to come at all. The key and garden is definitely success within this environment. It's like you break into a space, and the stork and fish is lovely for things picking up business-wise, work-wise, financially, and in these practical ways. So really nice cards, mainly for your work and business, and they encourage you to embrace this opportunity. The scythe with the garden and stork is another suggestion where things kick off and you pick up within this environment. And the child, key, and fish is a wonderful new opportunity for your work, money, business, and similarly practical areas. So really nice cards and pretty straightforward as well, Gemini. Now, I think the main focus is your work, money, business, or whatever practical thing you have going in your life. But in case this has to do with relationships or some other area of your life, we're seeing a similar interpretation. There's a new beginning. It might not be expected, and you're encouraged to embrace it. This could be a new relationship, a new group of people, a new event, a new hobby, whatever it is that you feel resonates best with you, Gemini, it is, you are encouraged to embrace this new beginning. Let me know what you make of these ideas. Very exciting. I hope it works out for you in these ways, and I look forward to your feedback as always. Thank you for tuning in. Very best of luck, and until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Cancer, let's get into your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Cancer, here is an interesting 3x2. We do have a challenging card, the whip, and it shows up with the woman and other combinations here. But what's interesting is the lily and ring on the other side of the challenges. So this can tell us a couple of different possibilities. Either that the troubles are overcome and you find common ground, or there is a new situation that is established. But I have to say, I'm not seeing an indication of anything new or changes as such. Now, the ring and tower is a long-term, stable relationship. Probably someone you've known for a long time, someone from the past, and also possibly someone older. And I have to say, Cancer, the same idea applies with the ring and lily, because the lily has similar suggestions. It is a card of maturity, the longer term, and it has that element of stability. What's also interesting is that the tower and lily can represent something more official. The lily specifically can be about your work and career. So we could be looking at your commitment to your job or your career in general, or a path that you have been on. Now, the house and lily can point to your workplace. It can also point to the feeling I'm getting here is like environment for seniors or people who are older within your space. So we could be looking at seniors, managers, older people, and so on. And that's an alternative to the idea of work and career. So we'll look at these possibilities. But just from the corner cards, Cancer, it seems to me that you need to create a stable situation. You need to commit to your long-term path, and it sounds like you will. So your path is not going to be compromised. But when we look at the middle column here, we have the whip and woman. Clearly, there's an issue with this person. It could be an argument or a disagreement, and it creates like a commotion. But when we see the corner cards here, we see that the issue with this person does not compromise your stability and your security. And it's important for you not to allow anything to get in the way of your focus and your stability. So keep that in mind. Now, the tower with the whip and lily, here we are seeing what we just said, the issue that comes up that rocks the boat a little bit. Now, it's nice to see the lily on the other side here, because it tells us that you will find a stability in your work and your life, despite the challenges. The fact that there's the whip after the tower can mean that there's an issue from the past that comes up, or that you need to shake out something that had been dragging for too long, because it could be distracting you or, like affecting you in some way. But I think the main idea, or the most likely scenario, is that something comes up and it could disturb your path and your focus. So you're going to need to contain it so that you are not distracted from your goals. The house with the woman and ring points to a relationship, and probably a deep relationship. We have the tower and ring, the lily and ring, and here we have the house and ring. And each of these combinations point to a stable relationship and a committed relationship. And so who this person is flexible, but it's the same idea. It's someone that you have like a strong connection with. So the tower and house is it's a bit like the house and lily. It's like a long-term stable situation. It could be also your family home, your roots, or places from the past. The whip and woman, like we said, is the issue that comes up with this person, and it can rock the boat a little bit. But as you see here, we have the lily and ring, which really stabilizes the relationship. And like I said at the outset, I'm not seeing a change or a move or a separation. So the issue that comes up is going to be contained, and it looks like the relationship is going to stay on a stable situation. It's just that you're going to need to resolve the issue, or it comes up, and it's something that you have to deal with. The issue, I have to say, Cancer, can be a personal issue with this person where there's a disagreement, like I said. What's also possible is that there is a problem that is not about the relationship and the interaction between you two, but it's a problem that affects you and the other person, and so you have to deal with it. That too is possible. But again, the lily and ring and all of the other combinations here, they suggest a supportive, longer-term relationship and a commitment to what you're doing. So this is not going to get in the way of the relationship. Now, another scenario that comes to mind, Cancer, and this is curious, is that if this person falls out of the picture, they're the one who fall out. It's not you who falls out, if you see what I mean. You stick around, you stay, you are on a strong footing. This person could be the one who leaves or moves, or there's an issue with them. It's very important for you to protect your space, your path, your focus, and that you stick with what you're doing, okay? And whatever issue comes up, it's not a sign for you to make changes. Not this week. It's a sign for you for the opposite, to stick with what you're doing. So if there's like an incompatibility with someone, it seems to me from these cards that they're the ones who fall out, not you. So keep that in mind. Now, the cards, so this interesting dynamic, I have to say it's a very unique dynamic. It can play out in different contexts. We could be looking at the workplace where there's an issue with a colleague or a boss or someone. We could be looking at home and family where, you know, as someone close to you, you know, you have that issue with that person, or there's an issue at home or in your space. It could be friends. It could be really anyone in your life. But the idea is the same. Whatever issue that comes up with this person or that affects you and this person is not there to destabilize you. And in fact, if anything, it should motivate you to protect your path even more. So focus on solving the problems or see how best they are solved, whether it's through this person leaving or through you working with this person to resolve the issue. That's going to be flexible. It depends on your specifics. So let me know what you make of this, Cancer. Let me know what the issue was and how you protected your space, if that makes sense. I very much look forward to how you resonated with these cards. Very best of luck with this. Remember your priorities. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you. Okay, Leo, these are lovely cards. They're great for work, for business, and it sounds like you get a really good deal and that you're going to be able to charm the birds off the trees and get exactly what you want. So the snake here, this is usually a deceptive and difficult card. It usually suggests someone toxic and someone trying to play against you. But the snake has a very clever card side, and it certainly is with the fish and key. So it looks like you are going to shine with all of your intelligence, and you know exactly what you want, and you're going to know how to get it. The snake advises a roundabout approach as opposed to a confrontational approach. It's also very good with being diplomatic and charming. And with the key here, it sounds like you are going to get what you want. So do your thing, Leo, because you've got a really good prospect here. The Stork Moon is something like an invitation or an offer or some kind of opportunity. The moon is also nice for appreciation and honor. So you could get some really good feedback and support, which works really well with what you're after. Here's another nice one. We've got the snake and sun. So the sun closest to the snake really helps bring out the smarts of the snake. And the sun and moon is often a love relationship because of the archetypal masculine and feminine. But it's also great for a deal or a collaboration and some kind of agreement. So again, the snake is this smart card that enables you to get what you want in like an indirect way. And it sounds like you will get what you're after. The stork with the fish and key is lovely. This is a success across the board, especially with work and money and business. And also there's a great offer, a great opportunity, and things kick off and you're able to achieve your goal. So really nice to see the key here, especially with these cards. The snake and stork emphasizes this indirect approach. So you have to take action, but the snake tells you what kind of action. It has to be clever and discreet and indirect, but don't sleep on it. Do something, and you will achieve your goals. The sun and fish is great for money, prosperity, work, and business. This is a lovely combination across the board. And the moon and key is great for an offer and success, and also honors and appreciation. So I think people really see you for what you are, Leo. Leo, someone smart and clever and on top of things. And I really think you get the positive feedback, you get what you want, and it's looking like a really good deal. The snake with the fish and moon is another nice suggestion for a positive offer. I would add with the snake, fish, and moon, in any order, whether it's the snake and moon, snake and fish, is that you negotiate. So again, this roundabout snake here that knows how to get what it wants, you might want to negotiate the financial aspect or some other aspect to your advantage. It looks like you will get it. The stork with the sun and key is another all-around bright combination. Great for success, well-being, healing, getting what you want, goal achievement, just like across the board. It's a really positive message. So these are some really nice cards, Leo. Go after what you want. Be discreet and calm and calculated, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get what you want. Embrace this and move ahead. I certainly hope you resonate with this, Leo. Let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback if you were able to land on both feet. As always, I look forward to your thoughts. Very best of luck with the week. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Virgo, here is your 3x2. The cards this week are looking bright. I hope it's going to be this way for the rest of the signs. We have some really nice cards here. Very beautiful, very peaceful, and very positive. Notice the sun and clover. These are two of the brightest cards of the deck. Notice earlier we have the dog. So it looks like there's a very good connection with someone here. The tower and cross is going to be interesting. I think I see what's going on. Let's leave it for when we get to it. So the dog and clover, this is great for a friendship or whoever the dog is. It's usually a friend, a sibling, a colleague, someone who's at your level generally. It can be a card of pets, of course. Now, this is a bit more specific. So if there's something going on with your dog or your cat, the fox is normally the cat. But more generally, if there's something up with your pets, this could be a great message as well. More generally, it's people. And so the dog and clover suggests a really good connection here. The tree and sun is really nice for taking it easy, spending slow time, either together or maybe giving the other person space, and also allowing the relationship and the friendship to unfold on its own time. It's looking really sweet and it feels really good, so enjoy this process. And you could also be enjoying time on your own, Virgo. These are good cards for relaxation and things like that. So this is a good week for, spending easy time with yourself, with others. The dog with the tower and sun is lovely for a long-term relationship. So this tells us that there's a lot of security and protection in the relationship. The tower is sometimes an office, like something formal, official, government, legal, admin, these things. It can also be a work-related card. So in terms of something official that you're going after, you could get some help from this person and you could get the outcome that you're after. In case this is about work, there could be some really good connections here with your colleagues or managers and people like that. But broadly speaking, this is a lovely line for a supportive relationship, regardless of context. Now, the tree with the cross and clover, here is a more spiritual kind of message. We have the tree, cross, and also the tower and the clover. So there's an element of good fortune and protection, and also wisdom. The tree with the cross suggests that there could be some things that are out of your hands, and it's a good idea to let them go. So things are in process, and even if you don't have full visibility into the process, Virgo, it's still very much taken care of. So let things go, sort of, give them to the higher power, and allow things to unfold. There's a good reason for the way things are unfolding right now, and the clover and cross and tower and the tree, really all of these cards, they encourage you to just trust the process. The dog and tree is great for a relationship. Again, sort of like what we saw with the tree and sun, taking it easy, allowing the relationship to grow. The tower and cross is more spiritual. It can be a bit of a heavier combination. It suggests an element of protection for sure, but also the idea that some things are out of your hands. So again, letting it go and allowing the process. The sun and clover is a beautiful combination, the brightest of the whole portrait. It points to all around success, well-being, wishes fulfilled, healing, all of it. They're very broad cards. So the positivity that they bring is across any context. So this relationship is very much on track. Allow it to unfold the way it is, and don't worry about anything, and give the other person space, give yourself space, and you'll find that there's a really good connection. They're also great cards for anything else you're doing. So if you're looking to grow at work, if you're looking to get support from someone, whether it's that official thing or work or someplace else, they're, regardless of context, they're really nice cards. The dog, cross, and sun is a relationship that is very much a supportive one, and I'm inclined to think one that is meant to be. And the tree, tower, and clover is also lovely, especially for the long term. Lots of protection here. One thing is that everything can feel pretty slow, but that's fine. Virgo, let it go. And that was one of the key messages, really trusting the process and allowing things to unfold on their own time. So I would say just really enjoy this process, appreciate the other person, and also enjoy yourself. It's looking like a really easy and smooth week. And there are possibly some deeper things unfolding as well. So if you're into that, Virgo, you might want to go within and try to get a feel for, how things are evolving. Really beautiful cards. I certainly hope you resonate with this. Leave me a thought or two. Let me know how they played out for you. I'm always curious. Very best of luck with this. Thank you as always for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Libra, here's your 3x2. It's looking bright mainly because of the key. The child is also potentially bright, and the rest of the cards are more or less neutral. So there's a new beginning here, and it's a positive one, and it seems to be focused on a relationship because of the dog. So the child and key is a blessed new beginning. It is unlocking an opportunity, and it is also a message for you to embrace this new beginning. So it is a good idea to step into this. The Rider and Tower can mean that you're in it over the longer term. Now, if I had the Rider after the Tower, I would have suggested that perhaps this is picking up from something from the past. But in this order, it seems that it's more focused on the longer term. So it is also a message to give this time and to focus on the longer or the bigger picture as opposed to just the first few steps right now, Libra. The Rider with the Lily and Key is lovely for a new phase or pursuing certain goals. You could also achieve a significant milestone. The Lily is a card of work and career, but it is also a card of life path. So it has that bigger vision and the bigger picture in focus, a bit like the Tower. And when we see the Key and Rider on either side of the Lily, this tells us that you are achieving goals and that you could have achieved a major milestone, or this new beginning could be part of that as well. The Child, Dog, and Tower is lovely for a new friendship, a new relationship. It could be a new colleague or, some other person in your life. The Tower, again, suggests that this is for the longer term. And also the Tower has an element, an energy of security. So it could be really good for the relationship. The Rider and Child is a new goal or a new objective or a new phase. The Lily and Dog is a bit like with the Tower and Dog. We could be looking at a long-term relationship. It could also be someone older And it could also be someone in a professional environment. The key and tower is lovely. This is very much appreciation and security over the long term, and it is also success over the long term. So in case it's not fully clear what this relationship is about right now, Libra, the message is clear. This is a good relationship. Give it a bit of time, and also it could be clear over the longer term how supportive and beneficial it is. I can also suggest, Libra, that this could be someone who helps you move forward. It could be someone who brings you an opportunity, who opens a door for you and opens up this new beginning. The rider with the dog and key adds to what we suggested here. There are some positive steps forward with this person. And the child with the lily and tower is a clear message of this new phase that you're going into. And because of the lily and tower, Libra, it's not just a new thing happening over the coming few days. It could be something that is over the longer term, and it's likely that. So keep this picture in focus, keep your vision on the long-term goals. And I would say also be patient as things unfold. You know, when you have that longer term picture, you become less urgent about the first few steps. And also be supportive to this person. It sounds like it's mutual, and, you could be walking down a really nice path together. And like I said, this could be something personal, work related, or in some other area of your life. It's a good relationship. It could be a good project, a good customer, anything new and that involves a connection is in focus here. And it sounds like it's going to be good over the longer term, not just in the short term. Let me know what you make of these ideas, Libra. As always, I look forward to your thoughts and feedback. Very best of luck with this. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's do your 3x2 and see what is in store for you. Okay, Scorpio, here is your 3x2. It's looking bright, but it also seems to involve an ending. We have the coffin on the right-hand side of the 3x2 with the ring, with the stork, with the woman. And it does point to an ending. So you could be moving away from someone or something, or wrapping up your involvement with them. The fox and coffin can point to the end of a job or the end of a project in terms of work. But the fox in relationships can also be someone who's deceptive and someone who's self-interested. And so with the coffin, you could be moving away from a person or just not wanting to be involved with them anymore. The flowers and ring is usually a combination of renewal, and it is also really good for the relationship. So that's why I was saying that the cards are bright, but they involve an ending. So not all endings are upsetting. Not all endings are a result of something that has fallen through. There are happy endings and there are successful endings. So it sounds like you could have done really well with this relationship or this involvement, and that you have successfully brought it to a completion. There are other possibilities. Let's just stick with the current idea, and then at the end we'll think of some other things as well. Now, the flowers with the stork and then the coffin. So this is great for picking up energy and getting moving. And with the coffin, what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, is that you want to maintain the momentum until you bring something to a close. So be excited about being so close to the ending. You're about to finish this. You're about to head to the finish line and complete successfully. So keep moving forward until you get it done. The fox with the woman and ring can be a little bit trickier because we have the fox with relationship cards. This is very clearly a relationship. We have the woman and ring, and earlier here we see the fox. Now the fox can suggest that this person is not so great, and maybe that's the reason you want to move on. But it can also represent someone you are working with or for, or they're a customer, or someone you have to manage carefully. And so we are seeing that you are wrapping up your involvement with this person, especially if this is a work or practical thing. We've got the top row, we've got this one here, and the corner cards. So it's clear that you are heading towards the finish line with a project or an involvement, whatever it was specifically in your context. The flowers and fox is another combination with the fox that can go both ways. It can represent someone who's false to your face, someone who's shallow, who doesn't really mean the compliments, and people like that. So that's also one reason maybe why you're getting away from this person. It can also represent you and suggest that you maintain a positive front even if you're not really feeling it. And the other way to look at the combination is as the fox being a card of work. And with the flowers, this is very much a combination for being productive, creative, being on top of your work, your task, and your discipline. And I think also feeling really good about it. So again, you're doing really well. You're close to wrapping something up. So maintain the momentum and see if you can wrap it up this week. The stork with the woman points to activities with this person. So, if you're involved with her, you're doing work for her or with her, clearly there's going to be some work with this person. The coffin and ring, though, is the end of a relationship or the completion of something. And like we said, this is, being on the right-hand side. It's like you're working towards this conclusion. And like I said, endings are not necessarily challenging or upsetting. They can be successful and mark the completion of a phase or a project or something. So they can be associated with achievement. And because of these bright cards here, it seems to me that they are. The flowers with the woman and coffin is another suggestion here that your work with this person is wrapping up. And the fox with the stork and ring is, again, maintaining the disciplines and moving forward in order to get this thing done. So I think this is exciting for you, Scorpio. You have to put in the effort and the work a bit longer. And it sounds like you're enthusiastic about it anyway. It sounds like you're on track, you're doing well, you're delivering, and you're productive, and you can bring this thing to a close. So I'm not really seeing upsets with a person, or personal issues, or, a fallout in a relationship. There can be that because of the fox, but I think the overall balance of the reading is more about a successful completion. Now, I did say that there are other ways to look at this. One scenario that comes to mind, and you can let me know about your scenario in the comments. In fact, I'd appreciate it, is maybe there is like a break or a vacation or putting something on hold. Maybe you've been, it's been a marathon and you've been working really hard on things. So it's a good idea to give it a break. And in terms of relationships, you could also be taking time out from this person. So that's the thing with the coffin, is that it could be an ending or it could be things being on hold, like a waiting time. And in the context of these cards, both possibilities can apply. I feel it's more of an ending, but you let me know, Scorpio. And also, other scenarios are possible. Of course, this is a broad reading for all of us Scorpios out there. Let me know what you make of this. As always, I look forward to your thoughts and feedback. Very best of luck with it. Stay focused until you get it through. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Sagittarius, here is your 3x2, and there is a new beginning highlighted with the child. I have to say, I've seen the child a lot throughout the readings. This week, it sounds like we're all aligned with a change. And we have the scythe in your cards as well, which is a sharp separation or release or some kind of change as well. So it really supports the child in this new beginning. Now, the rider and woman points to a messenger who could be represented by this person, or it could be a visitor or a meeting or some news in relation to this woman or from this woman. The book on the other side of the scythe can mean that it's not revealed. Usually it's the other way around, but the scythe is really strong and it does suggest like a release. So it cracks the book open, if you see what I mean. So it sounds like there's news or revelation. Something comes up, something opens up, and it brings this opportunity of a new beginning. We've got the rider and child and the child and book. So the rider and child is a new direction and the book and child is a new chapter. Now, the fact that the book is on the other side of the child, a little bit like with the scythe, it can mean that things are still in process of being revealed. So within the week, things begin, but not everything is clear and open. The Scythe, Bear, and Woman can suggest a change or something sudden that happens with this person. And the fact that we have the Bear next to the Woman can mean that it is an important relationship. The Bear makes everything big and important. So it can be someone like a parent, a mother, or a boss, or someone of influence. And the thing about the Scythe is that something sudden happens with this person. Either there is a sudden opportunity like we saw a few times already, or perhaps the presence of this person or her support or the events that materialize with her could be unexpected. Now, the Rider and Scythe is another one of those combinations that support this idea of change, and here specifically a new beginning. The Rider and Scythe suggests a change of direction. So this could be sudden and unexpected as well because of the sharpness of the Scythe. And the Rider is a messenger card, so the element of news can also come into play. And again, the Scythe being so sharp, it can be unexpected. The Child and Bear suggests an important new beginning, so this can be quite exciting. And the Book and Woman can mean that this person is not someone you know yet, and that would make sense with the rest of the cards. So this is quite exciting. As Sagittarius, there is a new beginning. It can be a new relationship, a new opportunity with this person or coming from this person. And it sounds like you are going to take up this opportunity. At the same time, Sagittarius, it sounds like things are not fully revealed within the week. Things, happen and they are about to unfold. The Rider with the Bear and Book can be something important that you're about to discover. And the Rider and Bear definitely encourages you to go after this. The Scythe and Child and Woman, again, this new beginning that we see that can come suddenly. And with the Woman, we could be looking at a new relationship. Now, I have to say, Sagittarius, that the cards are general in the sense that they don't tell us in what context this is figuring. It could be a personal relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be a work opportunity or some other person in your life that you are, that you need, or that in relation to something that you're pursuing. So in this sense, the cards are flexible. So you let me know, Sagittarius, in what context this figured, who this woman was, and what this new beginning was about. And hopefully you're excited about it, and you're going to be, you're going to have the courage to embrace it, even though not everything is revealed within the week. Let me know how it goes. Very best of luck with this, Sagittarius. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Capricorn, let's get into your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you. Okay, Capricorn, here is your 3x2, and we have the fish in the cards, which can highlight money, finances, work, and business. And we also have people cards. So there can be some good things happening here with some people or with this person. We do have the clouds. The clouds is a little bit challenging. It's not a dramatic card. It does bring up confusion and complications. And the way I'm seeing this here, it sounds like a person will be able to help with this. So the Heart and Garden is lovely for a gathering with people, being together with people whom you get along with. There is a sense of ease and happiness within this environment and this community. And the Fish and Woman supports this. This would be a businesswoman or someone who has an effect on your money or in relation to your money. But it doesn't have to be the case. The fish in relationships can be about attraction. So when we look at these corner cards, they suggest some good things with a person or with some people, and it sounds like you have a good connection with them. And in terms of work and money, looks like you have some good prospects here. The Heart with the Ship and Woman is lovely. It points to pursuing certain objectives with this person. It can also mean that you travel or go places with this person. And the Heart is really a feeling card. And with the Ship and Woman, it sounds like this makes you happy, and you're happy going places with this woman or pursuing these objectives. So it looks like it's a really good supportive relationship. Now, the Fish and Clouds usually suggest expenses, and with the Garden, there can be some issues or complications in a certain environment. Maybe you are inclined to spend, or maybe it's about taking care of your money, your finances, or doing something in relation to your business or work. So it's going to be important, Capricorn, that you clarify your priorities, and if there are expenses, that you try to manage them. The heart and fish, though, is lovely. It is great for money and prosperity, and it's also lovely for your ambitions. So it sounds like you're pursuing something here, and this woman comes into the picture to support with that. Now, the ship and clouds can be a bit of a challenging combination. Usually the clouds get in the way of, the direction of the ship. It can cloud the journey. It can cause complications. There can be some lack of clarity about where you go or what happens next. But again, the woman and garden here, which points to a meeting with this person or a get together, suggests that you can overcome the issues and probably seek the support of this person, as we saw in the corner cards as well. And what's also possible, Capricorn, is that maybe as you pursue your meeting with this woman, on the way, your journey towards her, or to get there or to make it happen, it can be a little bit challenging. But obviously with the woman and garden on the right-hand side of the 3x2, it materializes and the meeting happens. So that is really good. Now, the heart with the clouds and woman can bring up some doubts or some question marks. So maybe at the outset, you would be wondering, Capricorn, how this person feels about you. You also have her on mind, or maybe there are issues that you're working through together. The ship between the fish and garden is lovely. This is a great combination for work, money, business, success, and I would say even popularity. So it sounds like you're pretty active and you're doing things. And in terms of work and business, Capricorn, these are some really good cards. In the context of work, maybe the woman can represent someone who offers you an opportunity or a customer or some kind of collaboration. In the context of relationships, and it sounds like it's something similar, except it's a more personal connection. In both cases, though, some things need to be clarified, and that's probably why the meeting needs to happen, and hopefully it does happen for you, Capricorn. So these are some really nice cards. They're looking pretty smooth in general. There's a good relationship. There are some very positive things that are materializing for you. You're pursuing objectives, you're active, you're going after things. Any issues or complications that come up, these need to be ironed out, Capricorn. So make an effort and also make time for this person because it's a very successful and supportive setup all around. So really nice opportunities here that we saw in the corner cards in the diagonal. So make this happen, Capricorn. Go after this person, or at least meet the person halfway. Be willing to overcome any doubts. And as you work through, these issues that are not big after all, the clouds is not a big deal. So put things in perspective, and that is definitely going to help you through. Let me know what you make of these ideas, Capricorn. As always, I look forward to your thoughts and feedback. Very best of luck with the week. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you this week. Okay, Aquarius, here is your 3x2. And like many of us this week, there is the child. I've seen it so much this week. Many of us are going through a new beginning, and we're seeing this for you as well. We have the beautiful sun in your cards, and this is one of the brightest cards of the deck. It shines its light throughout, and it definitely helps overcome whatever small challenges are represented by the mouse. So the sun and ring is lovely for a relationship, an involvement, a commitment, and that's probably what you're starting this week. Now, the mouse and road is a little bit bumpy. It sounds like there are a few challenges as you move into this new beginning, and I'm also seeing this with other signs as well. So these issues or small challenges, they're definitely not meant to deter us from moving into this new beginning. The sun with the house and road, this is quite amazing. This can point to a house move. So for some of you Aquarius maybe out there, there are moves of this kind at this level. This is also a good indication to get out of the house, to go outdoors and enjoy some time off. So that is lovely. The mouse with the child and ring is definitely a new relationship, a new involvement. And yes, there are a few challenges as we move into this, but this is not a deal breaker, Aquarius. These are just a few bumps and issues as you pursue this new beginning. As you can see here, we have the sun and mouse, and the sun is very powerfully bright, much brighter than any challenge that the mouse can create. So it definitely helps you overcome this. The house and child points to a new home or a new space. You could be moving any kind of space, not just your own home or your place. It could be that you're going to another restaurant, for example, or another gym or some other space that you want to explore. And the road and ring is lovely for pursuing a relationship and pursuing this commitment. The road in relationships can be a card of parting, but I'm not seeing it in this case, Aquarius. Here we are seeing this new beginning, and you're going to roll with it and explore and see what comes out of it. Now, the cards can apply in different contexts. They can apply in a personal way, they can apply in a professional way, or in some other area of your life. When it comes to work, for example, you could get a new customer, a new project. There could be a new location that you explore for your work. All of these are possible. When it comes to relationships, you could be exploring a new relationship in a very direct way. So in all cases, it is lovely, and any of the issues or doubts that you face or you might face as you move into this, these are easily overcome, Aquarius. Just keep your focus on this new beginning. And the thing about your cards is that they're expansive. You know, it's like you're broadening your horizon. You're broadening your options. You're exploring. So it can be really freeing and it could feel really good. So overcome any doubts, Aquarius, and engage in this new beginning. The sun with the child and road is very much aligned with this. This is a new path, a new journey. And the mouse with the house and ring points to a few issues here that you face in this space, whether it's your home or some other environment. But with the ring, clearly there is a strong connection. So again, whatever challenges you face, Aquarius, these are very small compared to the benefits and the expansion that we're seeing here. So you'll overcome this, and you're definitely going to stick with this journey, with this new beginning, and get involved with it and see how it goes. So really nice cards here, Aquarius. I hope you resonate with this. Leave me a thought or two. Let me know in what area this materialized for you. What was this new beginning, and what was this connection or this commitment? As always, I look forward to your thoughts and perspective. Very best of luck with the week. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself. Okay, Pisces, let's get into your weekly reading. Let's draw your 3x2 and see what is in store for you. Okay, Pisces, here we go with the child again. I've seen it so much in almost all of our readings this week. It looks like every one of us is going through a new beginning this week, and it's manifesting differently for different ones or different signs. And we're seeing it in your cards as well. Now we have two very bright cards, the Star and Sun. These are wish fulfillment cards, Pisces, and they are some of the brightest cards of the deck. In your case, we have the Whip as well, though. The Whip is challenging, but it looks like your beginning here, your new beginning, comes a little bit aggressively, or there is something that you have to have the courage to embrace. Normally, I would have suggested that it's not a good idea to move into this new beginning, but we're not seeing this so much here, Pisces. And actually, it's the case with many other signs where we see some challenges, but it's not meant to deter us from this new beginning. So let's get into the lines here. We've got the Star and Road. This is great. This is a wonderful path that opens up. It's a desired path for you, Pisces. It is something that you want, and it's opening up for you. The Anchor and Sun is beautiful. This is a sense of confidence and strength and really having faith in who you are and your abilities. And in the context of this new beginning, you definitely want to have faith in yourself, Pisces. Step into this. This is going to be part of your growth and elevation. Now we've got the Whip between the Star and Sun, and that's pretty easy. Yes, the Whip can be challenging, but the Star and Sun are two of the brightest cards. They're also very strongly positive, and they're going to help overcome the Whip. So we have a 2-2-1 here, and in this order, it is certainly helpful as well. So any challenges you face up, Pisces, as you embrace this new beginning, you are going to be able to resolve them. So here's a confirmation. The Anchor is a card of certainty, and It would have suggested to stay put, for example, but with the road on the other side of the child, it is a message of definitely going for this new beginning. So step into this, Pisces. Do not hesitate. Have faith in yourself. This is a wonderful path for you. The star and anchor is like the anchor and sun, a lot of confidence and a sense of supporting yourself. They're also really good cards for achievement and wish fulfillment. So you're definitely on track to achieving your goals, if not your big goals, Pisces. The child and whip here is a challenging combination. Like I was saying, I would have suggested that it would compromise this new beginning, but I'm not really seeing this. We have a very strong message here, and we wrap up the line with the sun and road, and this really opens up the path that is ahead. So the child with the whip here is more about the challenges that you are going to face as you move into this new beginning. It could also be something that makes you nervous. At the same time, Pisces, the whip has a way of being really energetic, and we also have the anchor, which is against being wobbly, against being hesitant. So the call here could be for you to just push yourself into this new beginning with all of your energy. The sun and road is beautiful. This is a path of healing, of success, of well-being, of achievement, of like the whole thing, all good stuff. And it's really nice to see these two together because they're very expansive. So it's like there's a new big broad opening that becomes available to you this week, Pisces, and I really want you to embrace it. Don't fear the change. Don't fear this new beginning. I think this is going to be pretty empowering. Now, the thing about your cards is that they're general. They have all of this good stuff happening. They don't tell us in what situation this is happening. If it's a new beginning at work or in your life or in your home or with a relationship, we don't really see any of that in the cards. The dynamic is clear. The positive and beautiful opportunity is clear, but it can apply in different contexts. In work, it sounds like a new opportunity. It could be a new job. With home, it could be in your home or a new situation in your life, your domestic life. In relationships, it could be in your relationship. I'm not really seeing people cards, but the same dynamics apply. So overcome any challenges, any fears, and I would say, Pisces, push yourself into this, embrace this new beginning. It looks like it's going to be really wonderful for you. Let me know what you make of these lovely cards. I hope you resonate with them in the same way. As always, I look forward to your thoughts and feedback. Very best of luck with the week. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, take very good care of yourself.